Today is day 132 on my semen retention streak. We're still going strong, still doing it. But last night it got really, really close while I was sleeping to releasing. It's like earlier in the morning this morning. Had another steamy dream. Didn't really feel like a spiritual attack or anything like that. It was a girl that actually exists in my life that popped into my dream somehow that I haven't thought about at all. But steamy dream, and guys, like, it got so close, probably the closest I've ever gotten to releasing in a dream. But before it was too late, I snapped out of it, woke up, sat up, and immediately did my perineum exercises, breathing exercises, held all that energy in without releasing it, and successfully stopped it. And I think the lesson here is stay vigilant. Stay vigilant, because it doesn't matter if you're on day 5 or 30 or 50 or 80 or 132 like I am. There's always opportunities, things that are going to try to trip you up right when you least expect it. But I still believe, because I've made my intention so crystal clear and my goals so crystal clear and my why for why I'm doing this so crystal clear, that, guys, even while I'm sleeping, I'm aware enough. This has happened like 5 times now over the past 132 days. I'm so aware of it. I'm so clear on my intention with this SR journey and streak and everything, that even when the dream heads that direction and I know I could release in my dream, and like, listen, I get it. It can be justifiable. It was a dream, I was sleeping, whatever. I still don't want to. And I'm still conscious enough in the dream and outside of the dream where I can snap out of it, pop up, and hold it. And if you're like, what's a perineum? What's a perineum exercise? What's a breathing exercise? Perineum is the muscle at the base of your root chakra, right? Use that muscle for sex, like use the bathroom, stuff like that. But if you pull that muscle up, it restricts blood flow to your dick, and you can't release. It's a technique. All these guys who talk about, hey, I can have sex and not release, and like, this is the practice. That's part of the technique. And then you add some breath work in to pull that energy up to a different energy center, and you displace it and move it, and then you're good to go. So yeah, it was. I look up. I was like, no effing way is this happening. No. It's like, again. Can you justify it? Say it's in a dream, whatever. It's like, yeah, you didn't willingly do anything consciously in this reality, in this dimension, but it would still be really frustrating to lose it in a dream state, in a different dimension. So the good news is we're still going, still on 132 days. And again, the lesson here is, guys, stay vigilant, stay vigilant, stay vigilant. If you're serious about this journey and the energy that it's giving you, and again, my life just keeps getting better and better and better the longer that I hold this energy, the longer that I do this. I'm like, man, I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it up right now this year to a woman in person. I don't want to give it up to screens or anything like that. And I sure as heck don't want to give it up in a dream. To somebody in a dream. Are you kidding me? That's so lame. One other thing that I noticed, and this might be something you guys can gain some wisdom from, is that overeating late at night appears to lead to this more frequently than not. Last night, worked late, had people over, ended up snacking late, and it wasn't like actually the meal was, I ate eggs and steak just late at night, great meal. And then I snacked on some like oatmeal crackers or something. So they're kind of like a little bit of a dessert. They're not terrible at all, but snacked on those while I was just relaxing. And late at night. I knew I probably shouldn't have been eating that late. And there's something about, guys, there's something about your it takes energy to digest food, right? And there's something about that when you go to bed too full. Maybe it's that energy isn't like, I don't know how to say this. That energy is going to digestion. It's like maybe you're losing that on your willpower, or like opening yourself up to, I don't know, your willpower coming down a little bit, letting these dreams come in. I'm still not sure, but I see a correlation now. And also, when you eat late at night, you don't sleep as well, right? I didn't sleep as well last night, which kind of throws you off for the next day. But I would imagine that is also playing a role in experiencing something like this. So just something to think about. See if you can slowly start to cut out late night snacking, late night meals, and that might help you avoid what I just almost had to deal with. So that's kind of the next thing for me too. I'm realizing I still think for some reason food is a vice for me, because I've cut out all of these other vices. And that's the whole point of this SR journey, guys. It shines a spotlight on all these things that you need to slowly start getting rid of. So it's like you start to get rid of the dopamine from all the sexual stuff and the lust and all these other habits, and like then you clamp diet, and then you start working out, and then you start doing all this stuff, and you're slowly chipping away at all of your vices. So like your body's like using those to get away like from stress, right? To release stress, to numb yourself, and you're slowly chipping those away, and then making yourself sit with more and more internal pressure from just the stresses of life. And that's probably one of the more difficult things about this semen retention journey, is this internal work of like, okay, where's the next vice that I would like to get rid of? And my intention is now I would love to get rid of this eating, like eating as a stress management tool or numbing tool, or like, you know what I mean? At the end of a long day, just like using that. And I heard somebody talk about this too, is like, usually that is like, it's almost like you're trying to replace love or something, like, filling yourself with this, with food, even if it's healthy, it doesn't really matter. Like, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, right? This is where my mind's at today. I'm just thinking through this. I'm like, man, I'm making my intention clear now that I would really love to break the vice of food and overeating. And fasting has actually helped quite a bit with this on my fasting journey, combining that with SR. But again, it's kind of like an up and down thing right now for me. And seeing the impact that I had last night of like, oh my gosh, like this might be the thing contributing to having dreams like this, and having to like wake up and actively respond to prevent, releasing that energy. Something to think about. But yeah, just be clear with your intentions, guys. Like, hey, on this journey, I want to spotlight where all these emotions, all these things are that are causing me to do these actions, the thing that might lead to an overeating, or, practices that you might think are harmless, but then you're like, wait, technically, is that a form of like a little subtle self-harm? Because I know it's not good for me. I know it typically has non-beneficial results, in my life. So then why would I do the thing? Why would I do that? There must be an emotion, or there must be something buried down to deal with. There's got to be something causing the thing. So now my intention is I'm going to find that and bring that up and work with that and heal that to address the thing. Again, every level you get to, guys, it's like, oh man, I've made it really far. I'm proud of myself. But now there's a next level. It's like, okay, what's the next thing for me to work through? What's the next thing for me to do to level up? Yeah. As they say, every level, different devil. Always something to work on. Stay vigilant, gentlemen. 132 days. We're still going at it. Hope you're doing great on your streak. Stay vigilant. Peace, love, abundance. Catch you later.